1494. Spain and Portugal are both really into this new business of sailing the seas and owning everything you touch, but they have a problem. What if the other country sails the seas and touches the stuff that they own? That would be bad. So they cut the world in half. Spain owns this half of the earth, and Portugal owns this half of the earth. Spain gets to colonize the new world and make all the money buying slaves and selling sugar and chocolate and silver. Portugal gets to control who can sail around Africa, which means they get to make all the money selling slaves and spices. But one day, an enterprising man by the name of Ferdinand Magellan arrives in the Spanish king's court. He says, "Your Majesty, what if I told you the islands where Portugal gets its spices are actually on your half of the earth? And what if I told you you didn't have to sail around Africa to get there? I am 90% sure we can wiggle underneath South America, and if we do, that's your ticket to the untold riches of the spice trade. But it will take a captain of unassailable courage. My name is Ferdinand Magellan. I had a place in the conquest of Malacca. I served in the court of the Sultan of Ternate. I took a lance to the knee in Morocco. If you'll have me, I am prepared to embark on the adventure of an age, to see for the first time with European eyes ancient and diverse cultures and convert them to Catholicism. I am prepared. You had me at riches."
Life is so boring. Nothing ever happens. I was born too late to be a Greek hero, and too early to follow my true passion, genealogy.
Not so fast there, young Magellan. I am your fairy godmother, and I have heard your wish. Poof!
Wow.
This is MyHeritage, the world's #1 family history site. Creating your family tree has never been easier. Look, it's you! Let's just take this dusty old photo and good as new in seconds.
Cool.
You can find all sorts of unexpected accounts of your family history searching through MyHeritage's 19 billion records.
I never knew my family were so daring. A great-great-grandmother who traveled to a new country for love, a distant uncle whose obituary tells his sea fishing adventures, and other plausible yet not historically evidenced relatives. I want to be adventurous just like them.
Extra, extra. Christopher Columbus lands on island beside mysterious new continent. Age of exploration begun.
That's it. Thank you, Magic Fairy.
Don't thank me. Thank MyHeritage. Available free for 14 days using the QR code on screen or the link in the description.
The king gave Magellan 5 boats, and they stopped at the Canary Islands to gather supplies for the journey ahead. Imagine his surprise just 2% of the way into the trip to receive an urgent warning from his father-in-law. Before Magellan had gone to Spain, he made the same pitch in Portugal. The Portuguese king had passed up on Magellan's bid to sail around the world, but he did not like the idea of Spain stepping in on the spice trade. He sent out his own fleet to intercept Magellan and make sure he never completed his voyage. With the Portuguese hot on his heels, Magellan told the crew, "Hurry up, gentlemen! Our trip just got a little more interesting." Magellan's log, October 1519. I embarked on a bold and daring new route, taking us along the coast of Africa. So far, we've escaped the Portuguese by sailing right under their noses. We have braved harsh storms and doldrums. Some of my brothers at sea did not share my heroic vision. Insubordination is punishable by death. Your daring new route nearly killed us anyway. I can't do this anymore. Oh, come on. You guys thought that was brilliant, right? Not brilliant, no.
It was awful.
I was gonna stab you if someone else started.
I mean, parts of it were kind of fun.
I wanted to mutiny since we left Spain. Oh.
You're really cool and brave. I just want to know you care about us little guys.
I do, brother. You're breaking my heart, man. You're breaking my heart. You're not gonna kill me? What about little guys like me?
You're gay in 1519. That's different.
The men were in high spirits when they arrived in Brazil. Their goal now was to sail along the coast, searching for a southern passage that would take them to the other side of the continent. But that would require sailing past all of Portugal's Brazilian colonies. Had Magellan brought his men out of the frying pan and into the fire? Was he willing to risk the— Oh wait, the Portuguese weren't even home. Magellan's crew sailed right up to Rio de Janeiro to trade with the locals. We'll need a couple barrels of these. We'll probably need to eat some fruit while we're here. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. I'm tracking mud all over here. Don't even worry about it. We needed the rain. Would you believe it hasn't rained for 2 months? That is because we were sent to deliver the word of God. In the beginning, God created the heavens and some fish, please. The men feasted, partied, Netflixed, and chilled for a fortnight. The memory of Rio warmed the cockles of their hearts as they continued south and came to see many wondrous things, but the chill of winter was setting in, and with it, violent storms. The men thought this was a really good time to go home. You know, poor Jenkins over here had frozen to death. They'd already traveled further than anyone had come before, and they told Magellan ending up dead on the rocks of some frozen wasteland wasn't worth all the spices in the world. Magellan told them it was. So they were gonna anchor, hunker down, eat less, and wait for winter to blow over. The crew mutinied within a day.
Magellan's log, April 1520. There were some unavoidable casualties, but I think this is a teachable moment. To keep up morale, I've sent our most nimble ship ahead to continue scouting the coastline, while I stay here and continue to enforce order. It freaking blows. I bet they're having the time of their lives. Maybe we'll get lucky and be ambushed by cannibals. Yes, I think I can hear them now. Boa noite, amigo! Afonso? You're supposed to be on the scouting mission. I have good news and I have bad news. Bad news is we broke the boat. The good news is we found another river with fish and wood, and these adorable little zebra birds. I knew I should have gone. Winter turned to spring, and up everyone, it's time to go looking for that passage again. They sailed for weeks on end. Many of them were pretty sure this continent went on forever, just one big chunk of land reaching to the South Pole. They were going to be like the Israelites, forced to wander the desert for 40 years. Was it finally time for Magellan to reconsider the peril he put his men through? The lives he'd sacrificed in the name of a strait that might not even exist? Oh, no, wait, there it is! Magellan's log, November 1520. We have passed into another world. Every night, I watched the fires along the shore, casting the shadows of giants. Totally worth what happened to Jenkins. We came to a fork in the water. My ship went one way, and the San Antonio another. Coming to the other side, we discovered a tranquil sea. The San Antonio never returned. I wonder if it's still out there, those sailors lost forever in this strange land beyond the edge of the world. It wasn't. They turned around and went back to Spain. For those that continued the journey, the hard part seemed to finally be over. The weather on the Pacific was perfect, and Magellan expected to reach the Spice Islands in 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days passed, then another 3 or 4 days, then another, then another. Magellan packed enough supplies, assuming the islands were about here. They're actually here. His crew would not see land for more than 3 months. Join us next time when everybody dies.